All right, so gonna kick things right off with the Mega Man X Minecraft DLC. This is a treat. I have barely ever beaten a Mega Man game, but I love every single one of them. They are so good. They sound so good. They look so good. I play them. I get destroyed, and I go back for more. But I'm real good at Minecraft, so they've given me a bit of a treat here. Anybody who's played Mega Man X is going to recognize this stage. I am going to be spending longer on this stage than I need to. There are a couple of items I need to pick up early on. Well, at my level of skill, I need to pick up early on. And I want to have enough of the currency, the bolts, for that. So I'm just going to work my way through these guys. Kill everything till I know I can buy at least the armor. They handle upgrades a little different in this one from the actual Mega Man X game. You don't unlock them from bosses, you buy them from Dr. Light. So there is that, so that's why the currency is important. Yeah. Okay, he didn't die from that.
I will say, this is a pretty, from my experience, this is actually a pretty good rendition of the intro stage.
It's great. It has a few differences as well in that the fight with, I believe it's Vile?
Yeah, the fight with Vile.
You have to beat him. Like, in this mode, if you die, it actually just costs you a life. It doesn't cut to his cutscene. You have to get him to a certain damage level, and then he grabs you. So I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, in the original game, you have to get down to 3 pancakes of health, but in this one, you just have to get him down to a certain amount of health, and he'll grab you and start the 0 cutscene.
Yeah, one of the things I'm using for this is left mouse button is your regular blaster, which if you're clicking it as fast as you can, this is your blast speed. Right mouse button is your charge shot, but you can also tap the right mouse button and it'll shoot. So I'm rapidly alternating between the two. If I can get the rhythm right, it's a very fast shot. It's useful for a lot of this. There's also a maneuver.
Think of that when I was playing.
Yeah, there's also a maneuver I picked up that is going to come into play more once I'm in the gotta go fast stage of things, where, you know, I have the 2 items that I need and everything else is gravy. And that's going to be, like, you get a slide. You don't get to pick up the boots in this one. As far as I can tell, you can't find the secret items in the same spot that you could find in the actual Mega Man X game. But that's fine, because they replicate a lot of the features. I mean, you notice I have a double jump. I can also wall cling right away. I have a slide that is effectively the dash when you press crouch. But also, and I'll show it off later, I've worked out just very recently, actually, while I was practicing for this today, I worked out how to do this. So for me, it's a new trick for this run. Okay, I have plenty of the currency for what I want here. So I'm just going to go for it. So if I slide and then jump, I get a bit more of a boost. If I can time it right... Now here's the part, I gotta stop moving. It changes my angle. I've run off the edge during this cutscene before.
So what I've noticed from this one is he jumps a lot more than the Super Nintendo version.
He just jumped off the edge. I haven't seen him do that one before.
Yeah, he jumped off the edge on me earlier. But
there we go. Now he's got me.
Then the maker of the mod just had the mind to just have him respawn.
Yeah. They changed a few things interestingly, which actually makes sense for translation into Minecraft. Not everything goes well from 2D to 3D. But I feel like the changes they've made make it flow well. Even though I definitely miss the possibility of tracking down the Hadouken. Unless that's in there and it's just a secret I haven't figured out. So now we get to go back to the Maverick Hunter base, where I'm going to do a little quick detour before I go on my journey, because I have enough that I can pick up the armor, and that's really important because that essentially doubles my health. So we're going to go in here. And we're going to talk to Dr. Light, who's going to give me some freebies. And that lets me afford that. So I've got the armor upgrade. And I think I can grab an E-Tank as well. That is bonus. And if
in the Super Nintendo... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, go on. Yeah.
In the Super Nintendo version, the armor will give you a bunch of different abilities. As you mentioned earlier, the dash with the boots, the helmet will get you able to break blocks with your head, and then the charged buster, which you actually can get separately. But in this version, it's just the double defense you get from the armor. Even though he gets the full suit, there's no actual other changes with it.
Yeah. Now, the other thing I want right away, and it's why I'm going to kill a few enemies on this stage before going full go mode, I want the Buster upgrade. That is very useful. You can beat every boss in this game with just the Buster. It's a lot easier to do than in the regular game. I mean, it's not just Chill Penguin, all of them, and it's because you can strafe. And Mega Man bosses don't know what to do with that, because their whole world is 2D. You can't strafe around them.
Yeah, the strafe and the free look makes it so much easier to buster these bosses down.
There we go. Also, I love boosting on the ice. You can get a good bit of distance there. Oh yeah, I don't actually need to shimmy up that like that, because I can just do that. Break these guys for some coin. Well, not coin, but it spends like it. Are they bolts?
Yeah, they're bolts. They aren't actually in X, but they're a mainstay in 7 through 11.
Yeah, I know when I played Mega Man 9, which I loved, they were in that, and you could buy stuff with them. I just couldn't remember what they called them, if they were nuts or bolts. Now this one, I think they want you to bounce back and forth off of the walls to get across that, which I'm not good at, but that's fine because this is Minecraft, so I can just Minecraft my way through this one. And that puts me back on track here. I probably have enough that I'll be able to buy the power-up when I'm out of here. Whoop! Double jump saving my butt.
Those spikes are still instant kill. I fell.
Those spikes are definitely still instant kill. And also the lava would instant kill you.
I did not fall in the lava.
Yeah. I have not really yet, other than when I first got it and started messing around to learn it. I tried a lot to like go off to the side parts there. You know, see if I could walk around the map because this is Minecraft. They thought about that. They figured people would try that.
They have the if you go too far out of bounds, it's like in maybe Halo has it. Just as an example, they have it where if you go out of bounds for too long, they'll just kill you.
Yeah, they do a little countdown to tell you to get back on track. And these guys are fun because they throw snowballs at you. And it's straight up Minecraft snowballs too. I love it. I'm gonna grab that. These guys are an easy one to pick off with charge shots while you're making your way here. And they're very good, cheap ways to get currency. Now, everybody knows Chill Penguin as the easiest boss in this game. And Chill Penguin lives up to that reputation quite well, as you will see here. Now, the other thing they did that I don't like is when you jump at the boss door, you don't hang for a second. It opens before you get there. And I always love jumping at the boss door in Mega Man games. Just gonna get around here.
So they made his patterns pretty similar to the Super Nintendo, with him shooting ice and sliding. But I believe you can still hit him while sliding in this version, whereas in Super Nintendo he's invulnerable when he's in the middle of sliding.
He doesn't have any invulnerability in this one. Now, the other thing is, you don't have invulnerability in this either. You don't get iframes in this game. So there are enemies, hazards that can shred you. Like the flamethrower guys in Storm Eagle's stage. They will absolutely shred you within seconds. So I tend to take the cautious approach with them. You'll see when I get to that stage.
Yeah, I've been shredded by them before.
Yeah, I have enough health that it doesn't matter now. I can just get in his face and finish this. I love the ice, but I don't get to have it anymore after this. Well, except for near the end when you do the little boss rush stage. There we go.
Nice S rank.
Nice S rank. Most of these are not going to be S rank, and it's because I'm not going to be killing a lot of enemies. But I needed to get those bolts early on. Again, anything after the Mega Buster power-up is gravy. But I'd like to get the Spark one if I can. It's just nice to have. All right, I should be able to afford that. 500. Yeah, I just on the skin of my teeth. That is perfect. Also, picking up a few health increases is nice. We are going to go to Chameleon next. I love this. The presentation, the music, like they have a great meshing of the spirit of this game. Take. Up and over. I'll take attacks of opportunity here and there on enemies because I still would like to buy some things. It's not necessary, so I'm gonna be bypassing a lot. What's gonna be doing? Which, good thing about this slide jump that I've been doing is even a failed slide jump, I'm not losing any time over just walking and jumping normally. So it gives me a bit of freedom to practice with it and like take a few risks. And even then, just mashing the slide itself is a bit faster. Yeah, this is something that, again, I was just practicing this like mad leading up to this event. So I played this game a lot today, and I figured out that slide jump in the course of that. Once I master that, that is going to make a huge difference on future runs. Next time I run this for a Game Over Cancer event, I want my estimated time to be a half hour. I don't actually need this. This cruises along at a decent pace. Whoop, out, out. Now just go around all that mess, because Minecraft.
Yeah, that's the one big thing about 3D is the you can just go around enemies. You don't have to shoot through them or.
Yeah, I mean there are some that they put in a few places that you really do get to shoot through them.
Yeah, there's some in the
Storm Eagle stage has a big chonker in one of the hallways that you got to deal with. All right, we are coming up on boss number 2. I love this guy. His pattern is quite easy to follow. Get my free hits in. Oh, he's doing that right away. Nice. Yep. Let's see, where's he going? Oh, he went back to the same spot. I've never seen him do that before. There we go. Haven't seen him use his tongue as much as this either. I can just rapid fire him now. There we go. That was close. I almost had to use an E-Tank. I also like how dying in this is not a massive setback. They tend to put you pretty close to where you died. In some cases, I'm still experimenting with it, dying can be used as a skip for a few hazards. If you jump down and land on the spikes early, it puts you ahead of the rest of the course. But I need to get the specifics of like where I need to be and how consistently I can do before I start playing with that in this. Now I got 250 here. So I am going to real quick pick up another one of these because that'll come in handy later. And we are going to Storm Eagle stage. Best music in the Mega Man franchise coming up. I wish they'd looped it better, but other than that, this hits different.
I would agree with best in Mega Man X.
Yeah, easily best in Mega Man X. I would argue for best in the franchise, personally. But I understand that is also very big on personal preference. Everyone's mileage may vary. Everybody's probably got a favorite of their own. This is Not really a lot I can do to speed this one up, but I can chill and pick up a bit of cash.
This is about the same as the Super Nintendo version, so whether you're playing this version or that version, then you're going to have to wait on these platforms for some amount of time.
I love this music.
This one's probably my favorite stage, just because they had so much to work with for converting it to 3D, but I think they did very well with what they had.
That thing over there, I hate those things. Those little flamethrower guys absolutely destroy you if you get in front of one. No iframes it does add a bit of a challenge, whereas being able to strafe takes away a lot of the challenge of a Mega Man game. No iframes means that an enemy can juggle you to death. And you might not be able to get out of it. So there's some enemies that I take very cautiously. Cool, that one's done. Also, these jumping platforms lock you in place, like they actually snap you in. So it makes doing more gainful jumps tricky because you lose your momentum. And I mean, I understand why, because they probably in testing found it was hard for people to land and stay put. But it does feel very halting.
Yeah, especially if you have the double jump, it feels like.
Yeah.
If you could just maneuver yourself, you
These
shouldn't
guys
fall
are
off.
waiting for me at the top, so I'll just grab them, beat the tar out of them. Gonna bypass most of these enemies. Just gonna look where they are, because they can also meet you at the top and kick you off. Here we go. I'm good. Da, 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 da. This one of the bosses that actually didn't make it into this game, has the second best music in this game. I think Spark Mandrill? His stage?
Yeah, Spark Mandrill.
Yeah. That's the other thing. The benefit of this DLC is you get to perform the infamous 4-boss skip. They're just 4 bosses that don't show up in this. You can still buy their weapons. Whoop. I couldn't unbind my mouse wheel, and I keep brushing it, which in turn shifts me away from my selected weapon. So it's something I gotta figure out a solution for. Hey, he's just gonna stand up in there and let me do this. There we go.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe he won't die, but he just did. But the dives actually, they don't lose nearly as much time as they do in the original game. In the original game, he goes up, off screen, dives, and then he can do that up to 9 times. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's done.
It's just really annoying. But in this one, he was still pretty generous, though. He only dove like once or twice.
I did a little looking behind the scenes of this as well. I switched one of my worlds so that it wasn't locked into adventure mode, and I popped around in creative mode just looking at the blocks, like, middle clicking them so you get one in your inventory. And they, like, it's all vanilla Minecraft blocks. They've just retextured them, and they've done a great job of it. All right, so I'm gonna grab this and another one. That works really nicely with... Whoop, I needed to wait another second. Works really nicely with the armor, because that's how much armor you start off with as well. And now we are going to the one that, in practice, has given me the most trouble. A few spots in this stage that are tricky, and this boss can take a little bit of time depending on what he does. This one has a lot of invincibility spots.
Yeah, it's going to be... I'm interested to see how the Buster fight is going to work for Armadillo, because I took him down with the Electric Spark every time.
Oh, yeah. Electric Spark would be nice to have, but he's quite doable with the Buster. In fact, the first time I played this game upon buying the DLC, I thought, why don't I just see if I can do it with my Buster, see how far I go before I go buy something. And then next thing I knew, I had beaten the game, while still picking up those main upgrades, being the armor and the Buster upgrade. It's those I feel like are pretty important. Now, I'm going to practice this game a lot over the summer, because I'd like to try absolutely crushing my time on this in the fall session. So that's going to be learning how to maneuver and not have to buy upgrades.
We can just call it low percent and then
yeah,
everybody
essentially
will be
that's
more
what it would
impressed.
be. I love this. I love riding minecarts in Minecraft. Also, the music, very suitable.
When they worked, the minecarts were actually pretty good for the rendition of it.
And this guy, pretty easy to take down. Like, he's so slow that you have lots of time to just whittle him down. Not worth it on a speed run. So I just go. He can't stop me from going. I'm gonna do this.
Is he an instant kill in this version?
I don't know. I haven't gotten caught by him to see. I might experiment with that.
I just ran right through him the first time I played, so I didn't go back to check. Because his big spike wheel is an instant kill.
I landed on that. That's unfortunate. And we'll see if I have enough to buy a weapon before going into the final. Good start. Yeah, keep doing that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's landing. Boom. Oh, if he does this a lot, this is going to be great. It's when he blocks that it's a pain. Also, can't really hurt him while he's rolled up. But actually, in this case, he's... Oh, see? He baited me. Okay, it's this one. I've got him. Oh, I thought I had the finish there. It's alright. Oh, I'm not on it! I'm not on it! Oh, crap! Alright, still one of my faster takedowns of this guy. Feel pretty good about that.
It's a pretty realistic rendition of Armadillo.
Oh, wow. I am probably going to come in with an estimate. So I put a challenge to myself earlier that if I can beat this game and beat the optional separate boss rush mode within my allotted time frame, I'm going to drop $50. Ooh, $375. Perfect. I can buy the weapon I want. So I think I'm on track to pull that off quite well here at this rate. Yep. Gonna buy you. The electric spark.
Yeah, the Sigma stages aren't terribly long in this one, so I think you should be good to do the boss rush, barring nothing going seriously wrong.
Yeah, see that hour estimate? When I played the game, the very first time was close to an hour and a half. Played it a few times following that before I submitted my application. And I was hitting an hour pretty consistently, so I thought, yeah, that's a safe time to work with. Turns out, though, that as one might expect, practice makes perfect, and I've been putting in a lot of practice. Whoop. I say as I completely flub getting on that elevator around that guy. But I have whittled my time down considerably today. And now I am not so sure about where I'm going to be on that estimate. Thankfully, though, this game has a few bonus goodies in it, so it does have a separate boss rush mode that I can play for. Provide a bit more content for folks. Here we go. You guys are just gonna both dip into another room when we could have just ganged up on him right here.
Well, it doesn't really make sense that Zero told X to get stronger, but then he decides he'll fight Vile by himself again, and then he gets himself trapped. So both this version and the SNES version is about the same, where you just have to wait out a health bar.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing as the intro in this version, where you have to actually beat him.
Yeah.
First.
Because you can't. There's no you have to lose boss fights here. I originally too thought, like, going through that intro stage, oh, I'll let myself get beat up, and then I'll go into it with a sliver of health, and he'll finish me, and we'll get the cutscene. And then it's like, oh, I lost a life and came back full health. Well. Oh, jumped the gun a little on that one.
Well, you still took damage, though.
I also do like that Zero's Noble Sacrifice gives me a full hail. Which is good, because depending on how this guy moves, he can be tricky. He's, I would consider, the last tricky boss in this game. Because even the dog is pretty predictable.
Yeah, he moves pretty fast in this version.
Wow, he went down fast. I might PB on this one. Right now, my PB from earlier practice is 44 minutes. Actually, I can just ignore these guys. I have enough health and armor for a buffer now. Mega Man music. And here we go, Chilly Willy. Stage 2.
So I'll just explain for a bit while he's fighting Chill Penguin. The Sigma Fortresses are a lot longer in the original version, and there's a Boomer Kawanger refight in the first stage and Bow Spider, but they are not in this game. So the first Sigma Fortress stage technically ends after the Vile fight, and then goes straight into the Sigma Fortress 2. But Rangda Bangda, who is the boss for this one, also is not in the game, so it will end after the Storm Eagle fight. So at least we got one almost full stage, because in the Sigma Fortress 2, the only two refights are Chill Penguin and Storm Eagle before the boss.
Oh, no, I was on the ladder and didn't realize it. I thought I was just wall jumping. It's like, nope, the ladder's faster. Minecraft ladders, they're still kind of a tricky thing. I wonder whose refight this is.
Over in the sky. Oh, I spoiled it like 2 seconds ago.
I mean, I was just joking that, like, thematically. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's pretty good layout, considering, like, it looks exactly good.
Like, these are huge Minecraft worlds that they've made for this, and I love it. I gotta wonder how long this took to make. I guess stay centered. He can blow me off to the side if I'm in a bad position there. But he's done. Yeah, that is the way to go. I've gotten myself turned around there before and backtracked a bit and then been like, oh, crap.
I think the first time when I played it earlier, I went all the way back to Chill Penguin refight room because I just got confused.
The doors are perfect. Except for the whole you can't get stuck on them thing. Like, that's a classic Mega Man thing, but otherwise, the way they animate, the way they sound, they're just beautiful. I love all the detail that has been put into this. Like, it has such a charm. That's a big chunk of his health. I think I got him here. Whoop! I did not mean to waste that. Saving that for Sigma.
Yeah, that's one of Sigma's weaknesses.
Yeah. I mean,
so that is also...
He is very easily beatable with just the Buster, but, you know, speeds things up a little when you've got a... Oh, jeez, okay. These guys want to give me a little bit of a hard time here. That's right, I remember this pile-up now. Wound up having to thin the crowd a bit before I could move on. Because otherwise they just keep knocking me back, and I don't get iframes.
You got weapon energy drop, though, so you got all your mistakes back.
Oh, this guy.
So in this version, since I don't remember if Sigma has this property, but if you hit bosses with their weaknesses, they'll just stagger and stand still.
Yeah, he doesn't.
But
at least that I've seen. Now, I always save it for Big Sigma, so maybe if I used it on regular Sigma, that would be different. But I also know.
Electric Spark on 2, and then I used Rolling Shield on 3 because...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, Rolling Shield is a big cube in this game because it's a big sphere in the original game. I enjoyed that fact.
Yeah. Maybe I'll try out, at least use some of it on him here. If it locks him up. You can also still jump on the hands in the final fight, but given the nature of Minecraft, I found it wasn't worth it. Personally, because it takes you so long to line up and get on top of one, and then it's doing the lightning thing, and you haven't really accomplished much because of the whole nature of Minecraft. Here we go. Now I feel bad because I gotta fight a doggo.
Also, most of the weapons in this game are pretty close, but
yeah.
Rolling Shield is usually just a big sphere that explodes on impact, but this one kind of goes slower and does multiple attacks during its
He's getting real close. He's doing that a lot, this one. Great for hitting him because I know where he's going to be, but he's also getting all up in my face. Usually doesn't chase me that much. Ah. Oh, there goes my armor.
I forgot the armor disappeared when you lost your first set of health.
Yeah, that would be more of a problem if I didn't have several E-tanks. Now I just have to remember to use them. Alright. Nope, it doesn't stun him. He looks... Oh, no, I want to switch back. I want to save it. Yeah, he looks intimidating, but he barely lands hits. Oh, speaking of barely landing hits.
Yeah, he doesn't jump on the wall as much as he does in the original.
I mean, he's done it more in fights. I believe this is a bit of an RNG thing. Like, I've seen him barely touch the ground in some of my runs here. But this one, he seems to be wanting to do a little bit more of that. Maybe he saw the Super Star Wars run earlier and got excited.
Oh, yeah.
He's a wall! Alright, that's all that. Oh, nope, get back on that one.
Something I've noticed as well is the weapons don't actually do too much extra damage for their weaknesses.
It's just nice to blast with something different every now and then.
Yeah. It's still nice that it staggers them, but...
We are coming up on... Holy crap! I said I was going to practice a lot to get under 30, but... Look at that, 30... What was that, 30? Under 35 minutes right there? Holy cow.
Yeah, I'm not sure how early or late the timer was started, but that's still under 35, definitely.
And I consider the timer starting with this when I shoot the cartridge. Just because I think that's fun. I don't know how they do it if there's official speedrunning circles for this one. So I don't know how they count that for that, but I just think it's fun if the timer starts when you shoot the cartridge into the system. I'm going to let this play because this is wonderful, and because I'm still reasonably sure that I will have time to go through boss rush mode with time to spare after. So it looks like there's going to be a donation of $50 coming up from me after I'm out of this. Unless I really flub those boss fights. Yeah, this is over 10 minutes faster than my personal best. So I was not expecting this. I was expecting to come in around 45, 47 minutes, give or take a little bit of luck on the marathon. Wow, I can't believe I forgot the word marathon. But yeah, Give or take a little bit of luck on that, because that's what I was able to consistently hit there near the end of my practice earlier today, was 45 to 47 minute range. But this one went smoothly. Some of those bosses went down fast. Yeah, definitely take those PBs. I might actually submit this if there's a board for it, because that's 3308. When I was Googling speedruns for this, some of the lower speedruns I was finding was in that ballpark. I mean, somebody did it in 15, which is holy cow. But I feel like that puts me in a comfortable range. Something that I can practice and polish and really get good at. So we go back to base. And I'm going to show you the boss rush mode. It also has a built-in speedrun mode, which is pretty cool. Like, they kind of knew people were going to want to do this. I intentionally avoided using that mode for this. I wanted to do basically a classic-style speedrun, where, you know, you start the game, you go through the start cutscenes, and then, you know, it's all that. Whereas speedrun mode... Oh, I might have... Have I maxed... Oh, no, I just don't have the coin. All right. Unnecessary at this stage, but I like buying stuff there. I'm sure it makes Dr. Light happy. I'm still practicing this. Like, once I master the slide jump, I feel like that's going to take another chunk off of my run. So, in we go. Battle mode. It randomly selects each boss for me to fight, and then I work my way through them. So, I thought this was cool, too. Da, 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 da. Now, it's too bad that his stage theme isn't his boss theme, because I would love another opportunity just to jam out to that here. And I have noticed as well that the two mouse button thing when I'm spamming blasts, that has kind of come in handy. Like, when I get the rhythm just right, it's a constant stream of blasts. But like, even if I'm getting it wrong, it's still faster than just with one mouse button. And with the blaster upgrade, he goes down pretty quick here.
The bosses have a lot shorter iframes in this version as well.
I think that's the trade-off for the player not having iframes at all. Balances it a little bit.
And you shoot, like, even though you mentioned your two mouse button trick, that's still a lot slower than the original version.
Oh, yeah.
So I think the trade-off is good for just shooting slower between that and less iframes.
I love that it's straight up just the dripstone. Like, they didn't change it to anything else. He just drops dripstone on you.
Yeah, it's pretty similar to the one in the... I think it's silver, or like gray or silver in the original version, but the shape and all that is really similar to how it is.
Ah, that still hit. I love the boss music in this, though. Oh, he's just giving me this. Oh. Where's he going? Oh, same spot. That's the second. I haven't seen him ever do that before, and now he's done it twice on this one. Ooh. Chill Penguin coming in late. Although I have a feeling at this rate, there's still going to be time to kill after my run. I don't know if they'll be able to start the next run early, if they'll be ready for that, or if it's going to be something else to fill time. But, yeah, came in, picked up a lot of speed in practicing this one. The other thing is, this is so new. Like, this DLC has not been out for very long. So, I mean, I jumped on it as soon as it came out because I wanted to see what they did. I had some mine coins that I can't remember when I got them. I've been sitting on them for a while. I got them for free. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, a good use of that. But this turned out so good that I would definitely have paid actual money for this.
Well, if you guys in chat want to try it for yourself, it's about 12 Canadian dollars for the amount of mine coins for. I think it's like 10 in the shop if you want to buy it straight. I don't really know how the best value is.
I think they make you do mine coins. I couldn't figure out a way to buy it without mine coins.
I saw an option on the launcher thing for marketplace, but I could have been wrong.
Whiffed that. There we go. I like this one. It's really easy to predict where he's gonna land. Nope. I can just spam him. There we go. You're done. Guarding to the end.
He tried his best with his armor, but
his
armor is not
they're never ever gonna give you Sigma first in this, but I love that they do that anyway. They rapidly cycle between the two. It's like, which one am I gonna get? But I have played this mode a bunch of times just because it's also fun, and I have never gotten Sigma first. Now in this one, you notice there's no 0 in the chest. So I actually just have to beat this thing all the way down, and I don't get the heal up between stages.
I guess 0 didn't feel like showing up that
day. He's gone. I like that he exploded through midair though. That looked cool. This is dirty. Big chunk of his health gone just like that. Guy is mobile. That's why this boss gives me a little bit of trouble, because he is a decently mobile boss.
Yeah, he dashes really fast. It looks like when he jumps, he
does a little boost. He looks so Mandalorian. He charged forward into that. I thought it wasn't going to hit him, but he charged forward into that. That was for 0. And then we got Sigma. Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit my challenge in plenty of time as well here. Feeling good about that. That shows you that it is worth practicing this stuff. All right, doggo. I'm also in a lot better shape going into this one because I actually still have my armor, and I had not kept it through that slog of actual in-game boss rushes in my playthrough. So I get a little more luxury to just scrap. I think he learned that wall jump from Sigma.
Yeah, you can jump off the wall a lot.
I like his music. I like all the music in Mega Man. It's a franchise that consistently delivers.
Yeah, even if Mega Man's gameplay sometimes isn't the greatest, their music is always good.
Especially Mega Man X the whole Mega Man X line brought a lot of absolute bangers to the table. There we go. Plenty o' time. A corgi? He's a wall! Also, you can kill the hands. And before I realized that you didn't have to kill the hands, that is something I was doing in my playthroughs. So I think that might also be where a bit of time is saved, because I would pick off each hand and then go for the head. And I'm realizing I can just sort of dance around them and they're not that big of a threat.
I didn't try to shoot the hands because you can't in the original.
Yeah, you can absolutely, like, I'll show you. I have the time, I'm pretty sure. You can take out the hands.
Oh, they don't take too much to kill either.
No. That's the thing, though. They made it an entity. It's Minecraft, so they make it targetable as a result. And now he is a complete pushover without his hands. I mean, I imagine you can say that about a lot of people. There we go. So that's 50 bucks I'm going to be donating once the next run gets underway. And yeah, that's how much time do I actually have left on my timer now?
I'm not sure they stopped the timer.
We did stop the timer after the run.
Yeah.
But we're ready whenever you are. So
yeah, I can hop out of this quite easily. All right. So yeah, up next, we are going to be having the final run of the night. It's a Legend of Zelda Link to the Past randomizer. All dungeons, no logic, Squidman, a regular of Game Over Cancer. I'm looking forward to seeing this one. So you folks can get that already, and I'm going to put a donation together.